specific Tulsa prep, having looked at the course. Number one is the weather. It actually looked like it could be pretty variable in May, but there was the possibility that it could be quite hot and humid. So since being out at altitude, I have been doing heat training. I was lucky in Santa Fe that we had a kind of proper setup with a bit of a greenhouse tent for the turbos and a heater, 3 sessions a week in there. Coming here, I don't have access to kind of heat training, but I've got access to a sauna, so every day this week and next week before I travel, I will be doing probably 20 to 30 minutes in the sauna. Heat training continued in the sauna. Having lots of this to help, and yeah, getting some good adaptations for Tulsa. Bit of a struggle today. Yeah, it's one of those tired days, so trying to keep myself motivated in the sauna. I've been in for about 20 minutes, about halfway. Yeah, it's a struggle. I think the heat prep's important. It's definitely something that I've done quite successfully in the past with Kona, doing kind of proper heat chamber sessions. So, and looking at the weather, the 10-day out forecast is saying 28 degrees and about 85% humidity. So hopefully it will come in handy. The other thing I have done specifically for this race is I'm going to be using a single ring, chain ring, which I've actually not done before. I've kind of always semi-thought about it because of the aero gains. You know, I've clearly spoken to a lot of people like Matt Bottrell about what else you can do aero-wise. Having spoken to him and looked specifically at this course, I was a bit worried because I saw all these comments on the Facebook group about how hilly it was. Having looked at it properly, there's not really anything over 8% and everything's quite short that's quite steep. So I'm going to go for the single chain ring. I'm going to go 56 on the front and 11.28 on the back, which means that I probably will be grinding it up a little bit, some of the shorter steep bits, but for me, I have quite a low cadence, so then that benefit should come through. I've also managed to get hold of a pair of the Aero Speedplay pedals. Again, not something I've used before. I mean, I've used Speedplay, but not the Aero ones, but I figured every tiny little advantage is going to help in this calibre of field. The only issue with them is that they're quite hard to clip in and out of. If you see me struggling the day before when I'm putting my bike there, trying to get my bike shoes on, that's why. It's not because I'm a complete chopper. Trying altitude for this race, that's more not specifically for this race, it was just a good opportunity to try altitude and see the effect it has. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing how I feel going down to a much lower level. Then the other thing I've been working on for this race is the last few months I've been working with Lee, a mindset coach, to kind of look at different, I'm going to say sort of techniques, but I think it's kind of different ways of applying your mind and thinking about things to kind of get the most out of you. I think everyone knows how powerful the mind is. You know, I think we've all had those sessions where you either go into it feeling a bit rubbish and then you kind of underperform because you've had that mindset going in, or again, if you've felt super relaxed and had a really good session. So, you know, I think everyone kind of realises that there is a lot to it. Working with Lee, all sorts of things that he's kind of opened my eyes to that's been really helpful. Specifically for the race, we've been looking at kind of focus and concentration. For an Ironman, quite hard often to keep your head in the game and keep focused and be thinking about all the things you need to think about, like your nutrition, like your position on the bike, all those little things. First thing he got me to try was meditation, which actually has generally been quite helpful to do before bed to still my mind so I can sleep properly. But it has also massively helped with just being able to tune my brain into specific things. And then off the back of kind of getting me used to meditation and building the time that I'm meditating up a little bit, we've been doing some specific concentration skills, thinking specifically about kind of the swim, the bike, the run, and trying to link kind of specific images with then words that are kind of motivating for me. A lot of people will have had that dark moment in a race where negative thoughts start coming in and it all seems a bit hard, and it'd be really nice to just stop and pull over. But actually the power of if you can bring in some of those really nice positive memories or some good words that kind of give you that buzz and that energy back again, that can make a huge difference. So I guess we've been working on linking imagery with kind of powerful motivating words, and then using the concentration to try and link all that together. I've only been doing that for like the last couple of weeks, so more to come on that, and hopefully that means that when I'm in the race, either I have those tough moments, or hopefully I don't have the tough moments because I'm using these kind of techniques to get me through. And I think the other key thing has been about sort of focusing on me. I think as either like a pro or kind of, I guess even as an age grouper, like it's very easy to compare yourself to the other people you're racing. You know, like you see various people putting their training out on social media or other stuff, and you kind of either get a bit scared or start thinking more about them, when it's like, actually, you know, this race is about you and it's about what you can do. And yeah, for me it's definitely about me trying to put a marker in the sand of the progress that I've made, the work I've been putting into like the swim and the run, and putting together a good race. So yeah, we've definitely been working on the block out some of that noise, have that focus on me, and celebrate the wins. I think that's the other thing, like every day just think about what are those little wins that you've had, really take pride in them. Definitely feel like I've had a really good training block. The Achilles has probably been the only thing that has been not quite bang on, but even then I feel like with the sort of strength work and the aqua jogging, actually it didn't have that much of an impact not being able to run for that month or so. So yeah, the training has been going really well. I found it really motivating having various people to train with, both back at home and out here, has been really, really nice. I feel really fit. I think I definitely feel like the fittest that I've felt, so that's always nice. And yeah, I think generally I'm very happy, so that definitely helps as well. I think, you know, we all do this because we love it. Being able to come out and train in these amazing places gives that kind of extra bit of motivation, but I think it's also just knowing that I am doing something I love. I guess some could say it was a bit of a risk, well, nearly a year and a half ago now when I went part-time with work. It's definitely something that kind of week on week, it's like, yeah, I definitely made the right choice. You know, I'm much happier in myself, I feel much more settled, and I have all these goals that I want to go and achieve. So even on the days when it's snowing outside, it's not that hard to kind of get off the sofa and go and put that training in and work hard for it.